Greetings and salutations, fellow humans. And this is your friendly neighborhood JD Estrada with another Think Walk. I actually got past the big hill, so I'm probably already going to be huffing and puffing a bit. But still, wanted to do a Think Walk, so let's think and walk. Today's topic is brought to you by the letter no. Today, I'm going to be talking about 5 things you can do if you're experiencing writer's block. It's something I've written about before, but it's something that it happens. It happens, it can happen, it will happen, etc. And people ask me why do I rarely, if ever, get any writer's block? And the reason is simple. I always keep busy. I can have that luxury because I'm still quite a ways away from having writing be the main source of sustenance. But I do write pretty much every day. And even a tweet I put a lot of effort into. But that's a good shoe-in. You have to be careful. Number one tip if you're having writer's block, you have to be careful how many apps you have, how much you interact on social media, etc. Because it is amazing to connect, and I have gained friendships and that will be with me for the rest of my life. But sometimes social media can be very overwhelming, and you feel the need and the obligation to respond to everyone with immediacy. And that's beautiful, and that's nice, and that's commendable, and that's how it should be. But sometimes you need to take a step back. Recently, I took kind of a break from Twitter and Google Plus and Facebook, only posting on Facebook here and there. I mainly focused on Instagram and YouTube and these podcasts, but I needed that break because I went at it so hard that I felt a little burned out. And again, these apps are fun. They will get you visibility. They will help you cultivate a community. And in all honesty, to me, that's what it's all about. I will be and should be posting more about my books. I don't like the spam-a-lama ding-dong approach, like saying like, oh, here's my book, but I do have to promote my work a lot more. So I will be doing that. But still, tip number 1, look at your social media apps, take a step away. I know it is addictive, I know it is hard, I know you have meaningful relationships, but sometimes, good morning, you have to step away. Because writer's block can be all about focus and energy, and if your focus is elsewhere and your energy is being invested elsewhere, that could be a bad thing. Second off, just really disconnect from electric devices for a day. You can try to go for a day so you know how addicted we are. I still haven't been able to do it. I still check my phone or check the email or something. But I was able to, for a couple of days, reduce a lot. And at some point within the year, I'll probably go full blackout. Again, for the same reasons. It's all about energy and focus. And electronic devices, although they do help us connect with the world, I am recording this podcast on a phone that I'm carrying that is also monitoring how many steps I'm taking. It is draining. Sometimes you need to go back to nature a bit. You need to go to the beach, you need to go to the mountain, You need to go to somewhere, take your shoes off, and step on the earth. There are several studies from several physicians talking about a concept called grounding. Grounding is basically reconnecting with the earth. So, however you can do it, take your feet, take those shoes off, take those socks off, and touch the earth. And you'll be thankful for it. And it's not like, oh, like a pinky, oh, I'm going to touch it with my pinky. No, really, ground yourself. So that's 2. 3, let's do something very different. Since you've already taken a break from electronic devices and whatnot, why don't you talk to people? Small talk. Small talk is amazing. Small talk is one of the coolest things ever. One of my favorite activities ever. You can ask my friends, you can ask my family, you can ask my wife, you can ask anyone. And if you give me like a small topic to talk about in public, I will talk your ear off. But these interactions, these conversations, these exchanges of idea are wonderful. Are wonderful for countless reasons. But it can, first off, it can help you disconnect from what you're blocked in. Second off, maybe the perfect line you're looking for is in a conversation you're going to have. It can come from you and it could come from the person you're having a conversation with. So, who knows? Good morning. But honestly, the power of conversation is amazing. And one should not look beyond that because it can make and does make a difference and has made a difference intensely. That would be number 3. Number 4, eat weird foods. People are probably asking, but what does this have to do with writing? It has everything to do with life and not so much to do with writing. The thing is that, to me, writing is capturing essences of life and filtering through your creativity. Eating something new, apart from your stomach, has, I read somewhere, I have to fact check this, but it supposedly has, I don't know how many neurotransmitters that can effectively interact with your brain. And so when you follow your gut feeling, you're actually following part of your brain. It's a different perspective. I have to fact check this, but I feel, and I've experienced, that when I try something new and something different, I feel new ideas come into my head simply by forcing my brain to look for the right words to describe this whatever that I'm tasting. If you want that experience, go to a sushi or a sushi restaurant or a Chinese food restaurant and try to find lychee fruit if you've never had it. If you've never had it, give it a try. It is refreshing, it is nice, and it's summer, so it's a good option. And it's also weird. It's also something very different. And it forces your brain to go, okay, what the hell is this? And look for new ways to describe it. And even something as simple as that. I mean, if you like it or hate it, sometimes having a negative culinary experience helps me just as much as having a positive one. Because, when something makes you go ew, it doesn't just make you go ew. It makes you go ew because it triggers so many things. Oh my God, that's so slimy. It feels like da 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 da. Oh my God, that smells horrible. It smells like da 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 da. Oh God, this tastes like, and you will force your brain to come up with ways to describe it. So that's number 4. And number 5, again, we haven't talked about writing or picking up a pen or pencil, but let's talk about picking up a pen or pencil with your non-dominant hand. I actually have to take this habit on again because it did help me a lot. But I did learn to write with my left hand. I'm right hand dominant. And just the focus that you need to write a simple sentence with your non-dominant hand can be a hell of a challenge. And you're like, oh God, I just want to write car, and that it's legible. By the way, that's the mission, for it to be legible. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It has to be legible. But to be able to do that, to make it legible, it puts such a strain in your brain that when you pick up that pen or pencil with your dominant hand and write again, you will notice that your calligraphy improves, first off, and that writing is so much easier because you didn't have to use your non-dominant. And it's something that I've tried, and it's one of several things that I do to keep myself creative. There's other tips that I can share. Good morning. There's other tips that I can share, but I'll leave this one quasi short. I say quasi because 12 minutes isn't exactly short. But what do you think? What do you think about these tips? I'm going to be doing a blog post including all the links to the Think Watts. So let me know your thoughts. So I hope you're liking this. And for now, peace, love, and maki rolls.